Hey everyone, Pupsker here. If you missed out on it, Warframe has updated their beginner quest guide. A couple things you can always do in-game. You can always go to the codex, and they've updated your Warframe quests and side quests, main quests, as well as the online guide. So it should be a little easier for people to tell where they actually need to go every update, what they need to do, and what exactly is going on. So if you're newer to the game, if you just started, if you're a little ways into it, let me know if this new quest menu makes more sense and if it actually helps out a lot. But other than that, we are going to check out the Warframe Online Quest Guide. You're all caught up, Tenno. Consider growing your power further, collecting new weapons and warframes, or improving your fashion frame while you wait for the next chapter to unfold. This is the Warframe Returning Quest Progress Beginner's Player Guide. There's a full returning player guide that we'll also look up after, but this is the quest guide, okay? What it does is it goes through Arc 1, and it saves progress on your account. So you can see where you need to go and like what quests you actually need to run in the game. Right now, it takes you through Arc 1, 2, 3, 4, which we, like, a lot of us, I don't really think knew what these arcs were or that this was a thing, right? Arc 1, Awakening. Arc 2, the War Within Saga. Arc 3, the New War Saga. And then Arc 4, the Void War Saga. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lot of war in Warframe. For Arc 1 Awakening, we want to first start the game with Vor's Prize, then do Saya's Vigil, then Vox Solaris, then on to Once Awake, and then Heart of Deimos, and then Arcwing. Doing all of this is essentially your beginning of Warframe. It's unlocking the first intro to the game, all of the open world areas a little bit, and space traversal with Arcwing. This makes complete sense. Like, you got Heart of Deimos up there if you missed it. And I think this one actually doesn't take that long if you like target farm it, because it's just jumping between, I think, the first 3 main planets, maybe 4, maybe 5. And then maybe like little spoilers, but I'm not going to click on any of these. You can click onto them and get a TLDR tips, tricks on each one of these. Okay, so if you ever need to, you can go one by one and look at the online quest guides right here. Junctions, tips, mod capacities, they have a little bit of everything. It would take us a long time to go over everything. Then we get into the War Within Saga. This one's where things really start to pick up in Warframe story-wise. You have Nata into Second Dream, into Rising Tide, into the War Within, into Chains of Harrow, into Apostasy Prologue. I can never say that because I am broken. And then The Sacrifice. All really good quests in their own right. This is what a lot of people were like the golden era of quick Warframe quests, where a lot of cool, interesting, and nice lore came out at a relatively good time, and people were jazzed. So a lot of these were very hype. Next up, we have the New War Saga, which literally, yep, it is 2. Prelude to War, and then the New War. It's because the New War itself is a huge quest. It takes, like, what, 3, 4, 5 hours, depending on how long it takes you to go through everything, how much you explore around and take your time. So that is its own huge quest, and these are a lot shorter overall, with, like, maybe some of them maxing out at near 2 hours, so that's the quest progress there. And then we go into the Void War Saga, which is where we're at now, which just has Whispers in the Wall, and then Lotus Eaters. So that is, as of right now, the current updated Warframe Quest Progress Guide, which is very useful. It has all of the tips and tricks. We'll just go over the first area ones because, like, look at that, Corpus Weakness. It is a good online guide now that Warframe's like pimped it out and fully updated it. It may have been a little updated for a while, but they've fully released it and talked about it now, and it has good info for people who like online text-based guides like this, which I think is a lot of people, right? A lot of people like these type of guides, so I think it'll be really helpful. Let me know if you do end up using it at any point, or if you're curious about it, and if it does end up helping out, with the last quest being Arcwing, and then that makes it so you can fly around in space. do your Arcwing missions, right? Look at all of the stuff it like highlights and goes over. So much information and different areas. And then Nata quest. I'm gonna quickly look at this one. Okay. But I didn't want to go over that one in great detail because that's where more lore stuff happens. The returning player guide, if you need that, is also here. I'll link to the original quest guide. You can always click around. And this is where you get check out evolving star chart, rediscover your orbiter, pick up where you left off main story quest. Again, the nice thing about this stuff is it has like story recaps. They have random small guides here, but I think this guide was replaced with the previous guide we saw. So not a lot of this is going to get updated, but it does have a quick area where it shows how things work. So Warframe has actually had, I should say, their new updated online guide for a while. It's just getting more and more updated as time goes on. So you get all of that information. You get the returning player guide still here. It just goes over this. If you need stuff, it's like, how can you do this, this, all of the different area guides a little bit. It's not fully updated again, as you saw, some of those pages were lacking content. But hey, you can then go to the star chart guide, you can go to your orbiter guide, you can go pick up where you left off. Oof, right there. Collect and customize, collect warframes and weapons right there. You have Nightwave, you have reworked companions and heavier firework. Companions, Necromech, Railjack, growing stronger, mods, mastery rank, amps and focus, Helminth. We have cross-platform multiplayer updates, clans and dojos. Ooh, explore, hunt, and craft if you need info on open worlds. If you need a syndicate information guide or anything like that, take on harder challenges with adversaries and break armor or Archon hunts. And then the roguelike adventures. So yeah, as you can see, the Warframe updated new player guide and quest guide, beginning player guide is very good. It's more updated. It's more up to date with actual relevant content. It's not perfect, but it's doing a better job at leading you where you need to go. A lot of main quests, okay? Because a lot of these, I think, yeah, no, these are all the main quests. It is shown in order still, so you go left to right. So then booms, Arc 1, and then Arc 2 on Nata. Sacrifice, boom, Arc 3, and then boom, Arc 4. Some of these aren't included, right? Like Angels of Zariman, Jade Shadows. These two weren't, I think, in the guide because I think even though they are main quests, you don't fully have to do them sometimes, or like you're not in a huge rush. Whereas all of these side quests are mainly to get warframes or items or content, but most side quests, not really that many. Duviri Paradox, love that that's a side quest, not a main quest. And then you have the Warframe quest. Oh, okay. It's because they separated the Warframe and side quests, because these are where you get a Warframe from farming it, and then the other ones are non-Warframe farmable side quests. Okay, I didn't really notice that at first, so I think it's a pretty good update. I think Warframe's done a good job at updating everything, so cheers.